Okay, so starting right now. Over to game. All right, so as I kind of alluded to in my whole stream topic, whatnot. I'm talking about moving my entire base up, well, to make a mega base somewhere. Here, it's not too bad, honestly, but you have some issues with, like, well, it's not really two level. I mean, if I build up and up and up, like, if I go up high enough, I can make it level. So, and then, like, the lower sections could be something else, but, I honestly think I'm going to, let's look at our map. If you look, there is a huge section of water way up north. Now, I did some exploring up in that way, and I don't know how technically I triggered that as being explored, but whatever. But I explored a lot. Well, of all the land, pretty much I've explored it. Even that chunk out there, I triggered the exploration of. So, but I was thinking of, there's a bunch of nodes right in this area that oh, so that you can kind of, yeah, you can see my, okay. So there's a bunch of nodes in this area. So I was thinking about moving, well, restarting my base based around this stuff to get the supplies to build said base, and the base will actually be out here. Now, because I've tapped all the stuff, did a bunch of work out here in this, like where I'm down here, I probably will use my train station and actually export all the goods from this area up to the north. Because why not? No reason to not do that. Plus, it might be kind of cool to have trains running across. Now, I thought about maybe doing some elevated rails and such, so that way I can ride over the top of everything. It'll make it a lot more complicated, a lot more interesting, I guess. And yeah, I did also, in my exploration, a lot of searching, got a bunch of hard drives. I've been processing said hard drives and trying to pick up the recipes that I've been wanting. Still have several hard drives in my inventory to go through. Anymore, I'm actually just getting all the recipes, not just some, because why not? I have enough hard drives, should be able to get them all, and if not, I can pick up more, go out and grab more hard drives. It really isn't that hard, you just have to get to the drop pods. And when I'm doing the mega move, you know, yeah. Now, I don't know that this is square with, I don't think it is, because when I line up with due north, until I'm off center. So if I stand on this line, if I were to point at this line, maybe I am. This is close. See that dot underneath the N on the top. So this may actually be north-south setup, which actually I think it's pretty close. To build the north path, I am pretty sure that train station is not. I'll probably, well, again, I was going to dismantle it anyway, but it is nowhere near tall enough to go over. Honestly, it would need to be as tall as my radar tower over there to be able, if not taller, to go all the way to the other place. So I'm going to have to build a mega platform train station-ish type setup. I did have an interesting idea I was going to tinker with. Bags. But I did have an idea on how to do a multi train station, thinking a 4 wide rail line per level, and the concept would be that they would all be going the same direction in, but essentially I'll stagger them front and back. Like one would trigger first, one would trigger, so have enough stuff to even build a train station? Nope. But if I get the rail centered on center, it typically puts the edge. I guess I'd have to there. But I was thinking about staggering the lines enough apart that I could do train stations every so far. It'll work sort of. I don't know. I'll have to look at it, try it out. But that was my concept of possibly doing like 4 lines per thing. I might do on the first level, do 5, with the 5th one being my passenger train that I control when I just run back and forth. That way I have a line to deal with. It'll just have like 1 engine on it. And okay, time for another hard drive. Now I haven't done all of the alternate recipes. Alternate concrete. I guess I shouldn't have. Well, they want some limestone, which I can do. Oh, and I did pick up found that there are some mods. I picked up a utility mod which allows me to do fly. And I picked that up more because sometimes when you're building, you can't get the correct angle, and you can get the right, if you're flying, you can get the angle that you need, and it will be able to build what you want. That in there. I don't know that I'm ready to do this. I can get everything. The uranium might kill me. That's why I haven't done it yet. Yeah, so I guess I need to build lot of concrete. I've also increased my storage for my character's inventory quite a bit. Like I said, gathering hard drives, all that fun stuff. In my buggy, run out to the concrete plant. And grab some. Start building my platform for the train station. I'm going to base it off of this platform that I'm currently running around on, under, in. I'd like to dismantle the this train station eventually. Why not? Let's try it. Whee! Ah! That was fun. I did come out here a little while ago, not like a couple days ago or something. I came out here, put on another setup for all this. On mushroom. Honestly, get off of that so that way. So line's too long. I don't have quick wire on. I have enough for, or no. Where I'm missing. What am I missing? Oh, the steel pipes. Keep things, I think, relatively smooth. I'm gonna actually bring a line, the conveyor line, all the way over to here and feed into have an output coming out. Basically, I'll just add in another section for the concrete. Oh, and if you're looking for power slugs and you can't figure out why, like, there's power slugs showing up around here by your radar thing, can't figure out where they are, there is a cave that is underneath here, but you can't get into it except for way over that way. Production, constructor. Want 3. I don't know if I can get one over here. Oh, I can get one. That's fun. Since I'm just doing a simple, do one splitter, does it all. Kind of messy looking over there, so I don't know that I want to do that the same way. Now, could do this, Then it goes out that. On a storage. Steel pipes again. Oh, I'm not far from the steel factories. Grab the steel pipes right from. That'll solve every. I do want to clean this up. I'm not sure I really like having run around like that. But, you know. Steel pipes. I think. Yep. Pipes from both. Here. Run back and. Could repurpose this floor for something. I don't know what. Okay. Storage right next to that storage. So there we go. Drop. How many lines are on that? Not much. Just tag these. And then okay. Don't know. It should be. I think. That's the whole goal. I just want to be able to drive under middle. So how far can I go? Or I go ahead and drop hole here. Actually, this middle. Here. So if it's middle, guessing. Enough. So, okay, if it's there, I want to go to roughly. Oh, apparently I. There we go. Still getting. I don't know. I still used to having to. But to the whole. Okay. There we go. Concrete lines. They're all running. Okay, so backing up, which is probably what I figured would happen. I mean, it's a Arc 3 over there. I could boost them, but concrete, there really isn't a huge need to boost all this. Okay, concrete plant is fully done. Now, if I do the train station all the way to the north, I might actually send a complete train of concrete north. And it will just be filled from this stuff here. I don't know that I want to fill my inventory completely with happens of it. I still have room. So, like I said, I don't know that I want to do this. I'll want to have at least 3 lines left. That should be more than enough concrete to get started on the north. Or actually, well, here, I'm just building the train station platform here. Go ahead and take it all. Step back. Come over here and take all, well, take all I can. This one. Okay. Hop in and go. Okay, so need to build up and up and up. I don't know how all technically to go. Go check on that hard drive. Probably done by now. If you notice, I have a bunch of stuff on the right here. It's what I'm preparing for making the base up north. I don't know if this is a good recipe or not. That one seems a little weird, but whatever. I was like, eventually I'm going to get them all. That's just kind of... Right, next hard drive. So, since I'm going to be building up I probably am going to be using fly for part of this because, well, this is going to be probably really tall. Getting power up to it might be interesting. I may have to get a little creative on how to get power up the train station. Which shouldn't be too bad. Now, I don't want to go here, because if you look on the map, pop the map up. Roughly equal height to that. Anyway, so we're looking at the map. I want to be more east. Well, I want the overall rail lines to be more east. All of them. I kind of actually think map wire. Oh boy. That was weird. So, I mean, I am close to where I want to be for this, like where I'm going to start my new outpost. However, you not, I don't know what. I think going over the top of where bauxite, or not bauxite, quartz plant is actually closer to where I'm going to want. Well, I don't know. Because I was thinking having the train station be in the middle and it shipping stuff left and right. So I put it on one end. I don't know. I don't. If I were to try to put it on one end, I'd be all the way over at the lake project area. Crater Lake area. So I don't know. I might run rails all the way up and then move, curve them around, which then means it doesn't matter where I'm going. I might just build this up. Gotta go up higher. Higher. Okay. don't know if this is going to be high enough, honestly. You can see some rock things that are floating above. Let's look at the map. Go over this section. This is lower, but that pillar. I'm gonna try to eat some, and I'm just gonna fly due north. I think I'm gonna have to go a little bit higher. Because there's trees that I'd be plowing into. Other stuff here. I just want to get over these trees. Need to go to about here. So let's go back a little bit further up. This is a stupid eye thing. Wow. Don't know that there's going to be an easy power this. This is high enough that the game has like put in clouds. Crap. I don't know. It looks like you could technically build way out over that crap, but it doesn't show up on the map, a lot of it. And same with like this void area. I don't know. I get worried about building over areas that are, I guess, void. Well, not void isn't too big, especially that I can. Okay. Gotten clouds layer. Let's go north. See if I'm preparing to build a train station that will I'm gonna start shipping stuff. I'm getting ready to move my base. There's a huge water area on the north end. There's also a lot of pure nodes and stuff like that for ore and that. I found a mod that lets me do flying, which essentially you're jetpacking permanently. So I'm just making sure that I am clearing trees for the most part and other pillars. Looks like I hit the right altitude. And then I'm going to put it's basically, I don't know that I'm going to keep the train station this high, and I'll probably, I don't know. I'm debating on how I want to do it. There's a utility mod out there. If you just kind of Google for Satisfactory mods, there's some like fix-it type. Yeah, they use, someone got the domain for close to the fix-it style, and it does have other features to the mod, but the main thing I like is the fly, so that way, well, one, I can do stupid crazy crap like this. Build a pillar all the way up. But also, like, you know how building in games like this, sometimes you can't get that right angle to get something to place, and it just annoys the crap out of me sometimes, so I picked up the fly mod, mainly so I could not have to worry about how I'm building things. That's a crazy high pillar. I don't know if I like the... Oh, the thought of making one level train all the way through. I can do up and downs. I can go up and down. It'll take some tinkering. I don't know that I like, because then not only have I created this giant pillar platform, uh, but then I have the issue of not only am I going up that high here, I I don't know. I have the issue that I'm gonna have to ship all my materials up with the train station set up too. Yeah, I was like, it gives me a how much elevation I'm going to have to go. My trains won't have a problem going up it. The one way, doing research and whatnot, I found that apparently the best method is instead of using the full ramps go up, the trains will go here. I did this train line like that. You can use the half ramps, and the half ramps work perfectly for going up or for creating that elevation. Now, I don't know that I like the floating, like, foundations and stuff. I'd rather have just like the floating rail line. So I only left this one floating because I put a walk path so I could get to my quartz area and whatnot without having to, I had a place to run without having to go anywhere else. I can always destroy the trees. I can do that. I do like that biome. I will probably start my rail line off on this elevation, but I don't think that these two platforms line up, because this is based off of my quartz platform all the way down to here. This structure and this structure, like this structure here, plus my rail, well, yeah, my train station here, are on the same setup, and you'll notice I had a jog in the platforms that is quite... Yeah, plus if you ride on the rail, it also looks better when you're like going through trees and stuff like that. Though I was thinking about running multiple lines that parallel each other. Technically, I think you could run them all on the same line right now because there's no collision. But again, I don't like doing that because I would imagine eventually they're going to put collision in, and yeah. Okay, so what is the altitude of this platform? That's a good platform. Here, what? Like roughly... That looks about right. Yeah. Well, I did build my radar tower, um, without flight. That was fun, interesting. I think I fell to my death once, maybe twice. um, because I wanted to try to get it up high enough. Because if you read, I think when you're in the construction, somewhere I read, maybe it was in the help that they put in game. Do if I can remember stuff. Space elevator map. Text block. That's an awesome help file for the map. Okay. Well, the radar tower will only show you what you've explored. So before I had no clue how high or how whatnot it could see. I mean that is a pretty massive tower. Let me first destroy this because I don't like. And I'll take you over to the radar tower to show you roughly how high. Now it has more to do with where the peak of the radar tower is for how far it's supposed to be able to see. If there is anything taller than it on the map, supposedly it won't be able to see over, or it won't be able to like map it. But or at least that's the way the wording from what I got from in game and such. So but with my radar tower, I build it up high enough. Here, I'll show you my map too to show you what it actually has been able to see everything, I think. There may be, I went and did some, I got the fly and then I wanted the map. I really do. I know that it's kind of cheaty, but it gave me an idea to think. I mean, technically you can go find a map online too for the game, so I don't know if it's really that cheaty. Not like it's showing me where resources are, so it just shows me where all my crap is. Which I do have a fair amount of crap out there with beacons or built-in beacons. Jeez, how high is this thing? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like whatever its height is at, it can't see over it. Which, that's a pretty tall tower, and even still, like, down. Like, from my understanding, it's the tip top that is really the concern. I do like that you don't have to come to the tip top anymore. It's like you can climb all the way up here if you so want to try to fall to your death to configure the tower, but they also made it so you don't have to climb to the top to configure the tower. And this is what it says, and yeah, I just named it HB1, which is home base 1, because I didn't know how, like, this, to me, this little graphic doesn't tell me how far can it really scan. Because how far, you know, I kind of envisioned that, like, in most games you'll need multiple radar towers. But here's the map. This is it's the entire map, pretty much. the my one radar tower is enough to get the entire map, which I kind of some of it's from also the yeah, whatchamacallit, uh hard drives. I did increase my inventory a hair with the utility mod lets you do that. So that's not a bad height to start going up with for a train station. Actually, it's probably about the same height as that. Well, one. That's 7 higher. It's 2 higher than that one. So. Yeah, this map is huge. And I've tried to running around it with vehicles and stuff like that, you're gonna run into so many problems. The artwork though, there's so many biomes, and I'm kind of glad I did fly around because I got to see all the biomes. I got to see, I mean, it's the artwork that they put into this game is just so awesome, and the map is so huge that so few players are really going to ever be able to experience. Probably 50, I'd say 50% of the artwork is probably not going to get seen just because it's such a huge map, which is unfortunate. See, I've started down here. I have some stuff over there. I was thinking up here, building over the water. Yeah, that's the only reason why. Well, yes, flying is cheating, but I don't know. This game is such a huge game that yeah. So my thought was building over this water area. There is crap tons of oil up here. One. There is a bunch of pure nodes. It's also supposed to be the harder difficulty area. I don't know where the actual spawn, like one of the hard spawns, are. Yeah, I like here these crater lakes. They are it's there's just so many pretty biomes, and there's so much to it. Some of it is very desert like. Some of it's very green and colorful, and yeah, it's just yeah, there's just so much to it. I think, let's see, you start out in this rough area if you pick the medium difficulty starting zone, and if you pick the more harder starting zone, you might start over here-ish. But this swamp, I hate that swamp. Frickin' spiders everywhere. Not that I have a fear of spiders, they're just so annoying. But yeah, I was thinking they're like, I'll probably start a sub base over here, like a starter base over here in this area, and I don't know. There's a bunch of nodes in that area. That's why I was thinking about doing that. Getting around to them, getting the resources might be a problem because of the cliffs in the water. So and One thing I did notice with the way the map does coloration, the lighter the color, the higher the elevation. So if that gives you any clue on this one spot that I didn't fully uncover, it's way, way up there. And see, this is lighter, so it's fairly high up. And if you kind of get that idea, if you've ever been out on the west side here where all the oil nodes are, you know, you can kind of get, because these are pretty tall fingers, cliffs and stuff, you know. And this biome up here is all same altitude. That biome up there is also extremely dangerous. There's all kinds of just crap up there running around to kill you. Yeah, they've done a great job. I can't complain. I've definitely got my money's worth for this game. And I look forward to seeing what more they can do or will do. I guess I could look to see what they're planning. I think they've talked about reworking some of the biomes. I don't know which ones technically. I mean, so much of it's done in a sense. Oh, and this section with all these what looks like pillars, those pillars are actually trees. They're giant trees. The actual canopy doesn't show up on the map, but the pillars are technically the base of the tree. And it's just, it's really cool to look at, you know. I kind of, like I said, they did so much with this game that, like I said, so many people are not going to get to see it. Because they're going to be busy. Like, you can easily be happy and content in your little world down around here. Yeah, well, and that's how they could do multiple maps. Oh, now you get to pick which planet you're on, you know, and stuff like that. Or, you know, you can go to a different planet. They could then even have different monsters and stuff on the other planets. That way they aren't like confined to one set. I wouldn't even have an issue if they went more of a one planet doesn't even have oxygen for you to breathe, so you have to have a spacesuit, and every so often you either you have to figure out a way to like keep yourself with oxygen. I mean, like whether you have spare tanks that you're taking with you or your vehicles and you can just refill off of your vehicles and stuff like that, you know, because that adds a whole nother level of difficulty. I don't even know if there is an easy way for me to drive up all the way to the place I want to go. With that water, let's see here. I did drive all the way into this section. If I could get onto that, like I could go up there, down, down. Don't know that I can get down. Oh no, I can. It looks like this is a down. I could try driving it. I don't know that that'll be easy. Yeah, I I I think they should or could make a if they go more multiplayer. Honestly, I would love to have the server stuff before they go too much further. If they can implement the stuff where you can like rent a server and then I connect to it, you connect to it. We don't have the issue of, hey, my computer's okay, connecting to my computer's fine, but if I want to play with you on your computer, and when I'm connecting to your computer, well, your computer could be old or whatever, and we were having tons of lag issues once we get like 3 or 4 people into the one game. That's the benefit of, say, having like a server where everyone's connecting to a server that's designed to handle larger loads for multiple players. I mean, this map is big enough. You could easily have a huge. I thought the map would be roughly the Ark survival game style big. I didn't think it would be this. I mean, because even Ark's maps aren't this big. So, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of water, which is nice. You like water areas. This was my train station for I was setting up for my nuclear power. But I haven't done much with it yet. I ran into radiation problems. Because, well, radiation. I don't know how far the radiation will go eventually, which has me a little concerned. I don't know. That's why I was trying to use this void pocket, the hole, as a place to store stuff. Or, well, to work with. Because I know I saw someone else that is streaming and whatnot. He took all his, I think, out to this. Maybe, I don't know. He took all his radioactive material out to, like, over this, like, one of the void areas. There was, like, a rock thing that he built off of. Which, I mean, that works. As long as it doesn't expand past the point that it, like, is radiation is coming into your base. Yeah, there is a lot more to do in Ark. Because you have all the dinos and taming them, and yeah, all that grow and farming stuff. I do hope that they do mod or make it easier to do mods, because there are some mods out there and people have figured out how to do some. They had to essentially write their own libraries for the game to be able to put the mods in. Well, I've stuck with fuel for now as well. I kind of was starting to try to delve into the nuclear power because of the fact that, I don't know, new challenge, harder, more interesting. Here is my coal power plants. I just have a single coal node with a Mark III on it that's feeding all of them. I mean, a Mark III, even without boost, still can produce 480 per minute. So, and I've never like it's not this buffer. Yeah, I put this storage just for a buffer, just in case. It's not had a problem keeping up. And so I have a feed that splits all the way down until, and then feeds up and feeds all the way. Yeah, and I think there are 28. There's 14, I think, on a level. So, my max wattage. Let's see here, 5,400. It's a bit insane. I have roughly 28. I don't know if we can get close enough for you to get here. It's gonna take a while to fly. I can change the speed on my flight, but I don't want to go too fast because then that starts causing problems with the game. I went with a... I want to remove some of these foundations, because if you look, I did that already on this top line, and I kind of liked it, the way it looks, with even without the foundations. I made it so that I saw someone else's video that they made these like towers, and they only had one rail line, but they also only did, I think, the underneath. I kind of put a one foundation in each direction, kind of a support for, I don't know. I thought it looked cooler that way, in my opinion. Maybe it doesn't, I don't know. But then it just goes out over. I'm going to eventually remove all the foundations underneath, like I did the top one. But I like these towers to support the rail line. They are roughly the distance of the max rail length, so that's what actually determined where I was putting the towers. I figured that was probably the easiest way to space them out, the towers. And every so far I have, like, I put a couple of these walkways that go all the way up, and then underneath you can walk down. I did that for a couple reasons. One, it made it easier while I was constructing it. And then two, I also went ahead and put a walk path underneath, because sometimes you just want to walk it. And yeah, I haven't put it all the way out. And then I wasn't sure, like, well, maybe sometime I'm going to have a problem where the train gets stuck. Who knows? You need ways to get access to your train sometimes, and I was just like, whatever, I'll do this. It'll be fun. So this is a Catorium setup, which here's the crazy part. I went a little insane setting up this Catorium line. So all these smelters, I didn't think about, I didn't fully plan this out, but then when I started working, I kind of like this alternate one forward, one back, because if you put one line, if you space them apart, you can put one line between. You can actually get more of them in less space. And so this could probably outproduce any need that you would want for quick wire. I don't know that this was probably the best way to... I don't know that shipping quick wire is a great option. And I only say that because... Oh, hey. Empty. This was a buffer when I was switching things over from one... Like, I built it one way and then I opted to change it. So... I need to basically... I was going to do two lines, connect all the way across to these two sections, so that way when the train comes it can load both cars at a fairly rapid speed. But yeah, I I think, honestly, if I'm going to do much with Quickwire, and there you can see that is my fuel power plant. Way out there. I took one of the fuel nodes and I completely, I or one of the oil nodes I completely have set up just for the fuel power plant. Hey, I can, now that I have flight, I can do what I wanted. So I like to now with the flight, one thing I'll warn you about, you don't want to actually touch the water. You'll then become swimming through air and it's weird. And you can't build, you can't do anything until you stop flying. But yeah, there are 6 on each floor. I know, I have half-finished jobs. There are 6 on each floor. And it's just a bunch of fuel power. I plan on eventually... I did have a truck running all the way down that bridge and back. And I'm a little... I lack focus, I'll be honest. Sometimes I just like, oh hey, I have a great idea, and I completely swap what I'm doing. So maybe I just need to rebuild my plant that I was working on rebuilding back home. I don't know that I need to go all the way out to the north. Maybe once I complete my factory setup, rebuild. Technically, there's a ton of water here if I really wanted to build a water world type, or a water plant. I could build it all the way out here. That was weird. There was a... You saw the thing, right? That was weird. Yeah, there it is. It disappears. Yeah, there's a lot of room here. I mean, you could build all kinds of stuff. And I do have rail lines already set up to go from where I have been working all the way out here. I could alter them, and instead of running, you know, from like the oiled nodes all the way back, I could then just change it so that way, clean it up a mess. I could change it so that way it goes the opposite direction, or you know, instead of pulling resources from here, it goes into a train station here and delivers resources. I have compacted coal, which I've been debating about what I want to do with that. Here's the other thing with flight. Since I have flight, I've been cleaning up a lot of my... I don't need this anymore. I didn't really need it then. And... yeah. Like, I could go through and clean up that mess. This was my trial train station. It's got a crap ton of the oil resources and some quick wire. I've left it so that way I can eventually... well, I left it so until I get all the resources out of it. I don't need the actual station anymore. Dismantle those. I'll have to come back and pick that stuff up. Okay. I'll leave that pillar as a height indicator. This is something I kinda wish I could remove. If you ever have a player join you, they suddenly become a block in your world that is in the way. I don't know that I can even... Yep. I can't even build where that person is because, yeah. What happens if I remove the floor underneath? Wonderful. So I have a permanent I can't build around spot because that's annoying. And because he's right on the line. I guess there's that. Bye. I didn't do anything. Really. Yeah, if you actually play multiplayer with people, they will create their avatars in your world, and if they log out, they will leave that avatar there, which becomes a block. I think technically at the spawn point, wherever that is, there will be his avatar will be there again. So I don't think the spawn point is that close. I think mine was... Where was my spawn point? It was... I don't know. It's been so long since I landed. I think actually it was right here. I landed here and I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool that they created this whole little pocket for you to land in. No, apparently it's a little bit random on where you land, and I just happened to land in that pocket that time. Oh, need to check the hard drives. Well, I have no problem playing with other players other than the fact that, let's say you're in Europe somewhere, I'm in the US, and because I'm in the US and you might be in Europe, the internet connection will be laggy, would be, I guess, the best way to put it. And yeah, and I had, like, that guy that was connecting, he was somewhere over in Europe. I don't know if he was in UK or in, like, you know, spoke English. So that's all I know, but that honestly doesn't mean much because a lot of countries, a lot of people teach English. So, I mean, he could have been in the UK. But, yeah, just because the way the connections are across countries and stuff, it makes it kind of complicated to connect to somebody too far away. It kind of reminded me much of my days of playing Quake World, which probably is dating me quite a bit because not many people even know what that is anymore. But I used to be part of a clan that was in Australia, mainly because we played at the same times. Because I was so laggy to their server, because they had an Australian server, they wouldn't let me fully play with them, as in when they wanted to compete with against other clans to see who was the better clan. I didn't get to play with them then, but when we were practicing, I would get to be on the other team, and I would actually, because I was good enough, even with the lag, I could kill quite a few of them. It was fun. But let's see, Quake World kind of became Red versus Blue. Basically it was the start of the Red versus Blue style games. I think the orange box on Steam had something that was Team Fortress, maybe was what it's called now, or more recently. But basically, yeah, it. See, honestly, I've been cleaning up a lot of the old home base stuff because I didn't like my factory setup as it was. This was just for funds to see what was going on. Same with this one. I had a bunch of stuff being processed here. I started shipping some of it out because I got tired of having to... Well, I got tired of the fact that you really don't need to... That's why, like, these iron nodes are going that direction instead of this direction. And it's also why my truck's been here, because I keep one truck here around. I don't normally haul a whole bunch with the trucks anymore, now that I can do trains. This project here with the red on top is my iron facility, and it's only got iron, and that was my project. I wanted to move the iron. Why am I stuck on a hill that's this small? That's silly. I'm now really this is silly, really, honestly. You think a truck like this would not be able to get stuck on a small hill? Alrighty then. But yeah, this is my iron facility. There were 4 iron nodes on that side, 2 iron nodes on this side, and then I have the 3 iron nodes I'm bringing iron into this section. I made it tall enough to drive under, so that way I don't restrict access outside, and basically I have a bunch of floors processing all the iron. Turns it into rods, plates, and then also the modular frames, the reinforced sheets. That way I don't have to worry about it. You're gonna get stuck on things. I think I might just destroy you. Take your resources and just use my buggy for everything, because that was silly. Well, that's a problem. Kind of why I opted for moving my power plants, with the trains connecting power from one spot to another. I opted for the power plants being more set up by their nodes, because it's not that hard now to transfer power from one section to another. Okay. These are all empty. Go ahead and dismantle. I'm not sure how I want to go about setting up the future plant, but by moving the main iron processing, so all I have is the finished products for iron. I'm hoping I can condense more stuff into this area instead of having so much of the just constructors. Oh, what do I have in my inventory? That's what I thought. Go ahead and toss ingots into there. I don't need ingot. And I don't know. For now, I think of that section. How full is that? One's half full. Basically, right now, I'm just going to connect these two. I don't even think it has to be pretty. I don't care, really. Just put all the storage from one into the other. That way I can get rid of that storage bin. Probably right about there. Go. Whatever. It's not perfect, but whatever. I'm gonna dismantle it all eventually anyway. So... And I've realized I have picked up crap tons of slugs because I haven't noticed tons of power shards. Or I accidentally die and lose them someplace. Keep finding I have tons of power shards by dismantling. The Mark 5s are... Here, let's see. Do you want to... Mark 5 is essentially the aluminum sheets that you can make. I have a bauxite plant that is shipping in all of that stuff. And because I put my bauxite and my quartz on the same line. Partially because there is a requirement for the silica when you're making aluminum sheets and stuff. That way the silica goes to the bauxite plant. I don't have any other need for the silica. So all the silica just goes to the bauxite plant. Bauxite plant then ships back the aluminum sheets, and all I get are aluminum sheets back. I also have to ship out copper, which is why there is a odd copper line that, I don't know, that's going into my train station here. So out there is my steel factory. There's also a copper line and also the black powder factory. Well, the black powder factory is part of the compact coal factory. I have one coal node that the sulfur is being put into. Yeah, I have one sulfur node going to one coal node, and I have it convert all of the coal into compact coal. And if you compacted coal is one of the alternate recipes, and it is a lot more potent and powerful. I have the paint gun on me. I saw something that's gonna drive me nutty. Okay. This is the, I think, color of the... There we go. It's, I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's not. Just me. Can't stand when things don't match. I don't know what I'm going to do with this corner quite yet. Apparently, other than pick up this crap that I left on the ground. Because there's the limestone node. I don't know that I need... I don't know. I have a huge concrete factory. I could actually ship in all the concrete if I really wanted to. And then I wouldn't need all these sulfur nodes that are sitting around here, but something I because there's a node, I tend to like to want to tap it and use it. I don't know if that's just because I'm a little OCD that way, I guess would be a good way to put. I don't know. I don't know how you want to look at it. Okay, what was I doing? I was dismantling stuff. And okay, the storage should have been empty. See, I told you I'm a bit random. I'm sorry, and today seems to be worse than my normal randomness. I'm not even sure why. I got plenty of sleep. Normally it's when I'm lack of sleep that I'm even worse. Okay, so all the iron sheets that are left are in there. I do like having the floor this height, so I do want to here. I like to have pillars to make it actually look like there's some supports. I guess technically, well, it doesn't matter. Well, that's gonna... There. I'm good. Ish. But, yeah, so I shipped the copper out, I shipped silica out, and then that line only brings me back the crystals and the aluminum sheets. I have a double-ended train. I had some weirdness go on when I did a double-ended train on my line for the Catorium, because I have 2 Catorium stops. I was going to have it so that way the front 2 cars were filled from one stop and the back 2 cars were filled from the other. Well, for some reason, I am not sure exactly why, it would get confused, and yeah, it just would get confused, and I just don't know what that reason was. Okay. Yeah, I tried to make a safety box around this gas crap, because otherwise I had a habit of jumping around when I'm running, and then I would jump into the zone and damage and hurt myself. So I can get to this section. Let's see. Is there anything on the belt? Doesn't look like there's anything on that belt. Oh. Oh. I still will leave doorways in, so if I have to get in here, I can. There was a slug on top up there. If you notice a bunch of gas crap like this, I can almost guarantee you, maybe not all the time, but a super high percentage of the time, there's going to be a slug in the gas crap. Yep, pretty much. It's like, it seems like almost every time. I was like, there's a lot of the gas crap out there, so I can't say, you know, definite, but it's seems to be accurate. I did have my steel production, like the ingots and, or, well, steel ingots and all that being done down here. I had shipped all the different parts into here, and then that's when it took up so much room that I decided to move it out to its own facility. It's also kind of why I shipped out my iron production stuff, because don't really need to, oh, thanks for the follow. But, yeah, I don't need to, really... I stopped seeing the need to bring in raw metal or raw stuff. If you're going to ship anything, why not process it? You already have power out there. You might as well turn it into ingots and maybe ship the ingots in. That would be probably more, in my opinion, a more effective use, because it'll clean up your workshop area. Okay, thanks for chatting, and thanks for yeah, thanks for talking with me. It's always nice to have someone, you know, chatting away. And also, yeah, thanks for the follow. Can't forget that. I try to stream Satisfactory on Mondays. I also play World of Warcraft. I've been streaming my, like, me doing world quests and stuff like that on Wednesdays and chatting to whoever. And Fridays I've been trying to stream Division 2. It's such a wide variety of games. I play so many different games. Anyway, good to see you, good talking to you, and hopefully I'll see you around. Okay, put this gas chamber is about to be just that. The chamber fully sealed off. I have to do some stuff above, but that's not a problem. Oh, I need to check the hard drives. I keep forgetting about my hard drive stuff going on. Brought so many of them back. Forgot to check on that. I'll try to be on again. Like I said, stream every Monday at least on Satisfactory. Debated doing some Astroneer, but I don't know if maybe I'll do a special stream for Astroneer. Okay. Keep getting the... Don't know that it matters. Hard drive. See what it wants. Rubber and quick wire. I have the rubber. Need to get more quick wire. Right where to pick that up. Okay. Quick wires out here. You can also pick up the storage boxes that were left behind. get rid of those. Okay, so the quick wire was... Right. Oh, yeah, that's because I was... So there's more quick wire in this, but I was dumping out the stations, which is why there were that storage there. Let's see, let's go ahead and dump out setup, dump out more. Station. Another station. Come on. Go. Okay, so pull this, pull that. Interesting that it oops. That was a oops. Okay, well, let's see here. Just want to put all the... Don't want... Yeah, I probably only need one of those to dump out the freight. Oh, I needed two because of the lines that I was pulling out. Needed a place to put the what's on lines. That's right. Oops. Because this is going to fill it. Then I have an excess. So that there. Do up to here. And I put them in backward. I put them. Of course I did. Because I'm not paying attention to it. So go ahead and flip one. Or not. I said. There we go. Enough. Okay. That is draining. Let's go up above, and I'm gonna go start removing the conveyors up here, because I don't see a reason to keep all this crap. I wonder if those from when another time I was working out here, because I sometimes have full inventories, especially when doing some of the stuff I do out, like around doing massive builds. I sometimes accidentally overfill my inventories. Because, I mean, that's there before I even have touched it, so it tells me I oopsed at some point with the stuff. Okay. So let's grab the excess fuel that I just picked up. In. This plastic, drop it in. Keep 100 rubber, drop the rest in. Grab the quick. Okay, so I can trash this. Go ahead and climb up. That. Just so I can just take one more step of dismantling the train. Okay. Like, that's empty. This, that, and drop this. It's also empty. Cut this, that, and drop that. No longer need all of this platform. Reclaim all this. Okay, so Mega Station. Keep thinking about wanting to build a mega train station. Now, currently I think it's 3 lines going in. I have ability to do 4th in the current station. I don't know that. I mean, I could easily keep going. Add 2 more per level, but if I expanded the width, I could add 4 I really do think I can do. If I expanded the building, I could have 4 coming in from each side. Oh no, I've been playing for 2 hours. I guess that's good that they warn you on that. In case you know, you probably should get up and move around. I don't sit still, so I guess at least there's that, but yeah. I'm gonna grab a quick, so I'm gonna mute my mic while you don't need to hear me drinking. Okay. So I have a bunch of stuff. Mostly full, mostly full. A lot of this is full. Okay, so time to head back up. I don't need that either. That's done. Let's see, where am I at? Stuff. Might be able to do another hard drive. Check. This concrete line is dry. Sort of good thing. I need to. Yeah, I could do it that route. Okay, these are no longer smelting. That I have any iron ore on me? Doesn't look like. Doing a lot of cleanup today. I do want to do a mega factory. I want to do a mega factory. If I do the mega factory, I like that I could just convert over like my current train line. So if I wanted to do a mega factory, then I could have conveyors going down the middle. Going up to the top. Gonna take the quick wire that I picked up, and I was going to do the hard drive. I could still use this as processing for, say, things like processing for things like, you know, what is this? Alternate motor. Uranium cell. Worry about that one later when I want to grab. Okay, so clearly we are coming down to the last options for alternate recipes because I not getting any other options. I will stick another. I'll try another hard drive, see what happens. I don't know that it's going to do much. Or give me much for options. See here, alternate silica. That's a weird... Okay. So we have... Which I could... So... See... Those electromagnetic rods versus this. Honestly, this seems... Oh, it seems better. This just circuit boards and... Wire's easy. Wire is so easy to get. So I don't know that that wire's going to be the... Okay, let's see what the multipliers are. So you get 3 wire for every 1 ingot. But then it's cut that down. So I'll probably make cable out at my copper area, but the rest of the wire, or I'm thinking I'll send ingots back. Well, I don't know that there's a lot of need for copper wire, or a high need. I could ship it in. I can ship it in. 2 lines from the copper plant won't be bad. So my thought up here was for these storages, I could bring up one of each or so, and underneath here would be where it would come up, but I don't know. I'm still rethinking a lot of things because, yeah. Let's see, what lines are on the back here? None of these are empty. Full. Cool. Okay, that one's empty. It's concrete going. Concrete's not all. Okay. Only some of the concrete line, that line. Empty to there. There. But it's still full here, full here. This is a plastic line that I had. Put the plastic into like 4. Actually, let's go ahead and I'll connect this back up a different way. I want to split. So Oh, I already cut all the other parts of this plastic line. Where did it all fit? Well, I don't need to connect that, but I can do this. I'm going to try to drain let's go over this way. I know it's going through the bushes and whatnot, but okay, where's the plastic? To dump my inventory. Whee! Okay, so now back to making what, printed circuit boards. All right. I don't know what else was needing plastic. Something else down the line was needing plastic. I would bet this one is in computers. So that line was supposed to be plastic. I'm guessing right now that that second line there was supposed to be plastic. Yep. Okay, 2 lines plastic. I have them partially set up again. Okay, so those 2 are going to be plastic here in a Okay. So top line's supposed to be plastic, maybe? Or well, it's not top all the way. Let's see here. It's connectors rolling again. How many connectors? Whatever. Let's see here. And how are we? I imagine this is plastic again. Yep. So we're gonna upgrade the line that's plastic all the way, just to actually make it easier to track. I know I don't really need it that high speed. Conveyor belt is in an invalid shape. Not sure why, but okay. Alrighty. Now I need to go and check on stuff. Should help drain out some of the other. Hey, there we go. Which is kind of my whole goal, is to start draining out all these so I can start, I can dismantle this setup completely. Oh, it's 4:45. Let's see here. What do I want to do? So these, I'm just prepping these to be ready for their imminent draining. And we filled up everything on the other end. Alright. Why run when you can ride the high-speed line? What else is missing? All are full still. Let's go ahead and pick this up. Okay, so still full. There is nothing. This one. I might tie all these screw lines together just so that way whoever drains first. I don't. Same with like all these. Like here we have 2 wire setups feeding the one line. But now these are all empty. I can actually start mantling copper stuff. Kind of. I get why they made the splitters the way they are, but part of me likes even number splitters. You know, get 2. So that's why I set up all the stuff in 2s. I mean, 3 is fine. It really is. I kind of... It's probably because I got used to Factorio with the whole, like, they have a splitter style thing, and it, if you can feed in 1 or 2 lines to it, and it basically evens out the lines, actually. So if you've, let's say, had 2 copper ore lines running into it, it would give you 2 copper ore out, but it like makes sure that they are all even, balanced. It was a way you could also use them to create load balancers for your lines. Oh, oops. Go ahead and toss that in there. That in there. And since I have some extra wire, that in there. Alright. This one's done. I don't need that much copper wire on me. I don't need that much wire on me. Or cable. So if cable ever catches up on itself, I will toss a bunch. Okay. Let's just clear list. Hopefully I hit that quick enough. Because I didn't want to cough in your ear. Or you didn't want to hear me cough in your ear. Cable. Quick wire. Go check on this, see how it's dumping of the plastic. Hopefully. Almost done. Close. Zoom. Let's reinforce plates. I don't know what the where the reinforced plates were going. Not here, not there. I don't think. I don't know. I wonder if it was just coming down here to. Where's the modular? I don't know. Oh, those are going into the reinforced frames. Okay, I need to go back up, check on the hard drive. Probably done. Don't know that that did anything. Right. I think all the iron stuff is except for well, while I had it going, let's go ahead and drop I need to drop some of these steel beams. I don't need them. I can also clean up some of the power set up here. Yeah, I don't have a lot of pipes. Don't know that I need so many steel beams. All right, let's. So, start setting up my new power system, how I want to run it. So, here, put the bolt there, go around the corner. Let's actually go halfway. For now, right there. That there. Crash this one. That one. Okay, so they still have power. Still going out. Oh. These aren't connected to anything, so Okay, first connected back up. So I can disconnect things like this line. Just cleaning some more of my mess up before I redo my factory. Still not sure how I want to handle my concrete because limestone's everywhere, every which place. I don't know. I don't know. I have two limestone nodes here. I have some over there. I mean, yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. So anyway, I think that's going to be something for another time. So yeah, thank you for watching. Sharks is 15, thanks for the follow. I know you're already gone, but again, thank you for the follow. Nice to have more people follow me. I appreciate it. It does help. And have an awesome day and be awesome.